Welcome back to the Anime Safe Space podcast. We're on episode 21 this week, and it's going to be a not so special episode. We have a guest with us. I say not so special because his takes are kind of ass, but you know what? Our show's kind of ass too, so it's kind of fitting. His name's Hadrian. You want to introduce yourself? I already introduced your name for you. So.
Hi, I'm Hadrian. I am Kazu's lover on Twitter.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm Kazu's lover on Twitter. If you see any of our interactions, you already know what's going down most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. I'm sorry I'm cheating on you, Jake.
Oh, I just want to see the behind the scenes. I want to see those DMs, then I can really know.
Oh, you can definitely check the DMs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, sir. There's some pretty weird shit in there. Not as weird as mine and your combos, Jake. And like I said, that's probably saying something. Even our group chat, for the podcast, we say some pretty weird shit to each other. But that's just because we're the boys. We're boys with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for our bonus episode, I did show my ass to the webcam. So it was pretty fun.
Well, speaking of ass, Jake, thank you for saying that.
Hadrian,
you mind explaining why you like Oregairu?
we're getting straight
into it. All right.
Yep.
I like Oregairu because I think that Hachiman is a very good character, which is something that I know nobody here thinks, but
I'm the only one here that's seen it, by the way, so they're just my hype boys. So.
Yeah.
Yo.
I don't know. There's just something about it. Might be like because it was one of my first anime that I watched as well. There's probably some bias there, but I know that he's not a quote unquote realistic character. Definitely not, if I'm being honest. But it's anime. It's fiction. It's cool seeing the incel win sometimes. So, I mean, I just think he's a good character. If you watch beyond season 2, I guess there is character development in him, where he stops, I guess, self-sacrificing himself to solve all his problems and starts relying on other people, which is admirable. But yeah, I just really like Oregairu.
Okay, so you're wrong. Oregairu sucks ass. I think we all know it here. Jake, do you guys agree?
Yeah, that show is probably the worst shit I've ever seen. And that's coming from someone that takes shits on the daily, right?
Hey, we all take shits on the daily, man. I mean, we should just rename what we do in the fucking toilet to Oregairu.
Honestly, that's not a bad idea.
I mean,
I feel like we've probably done that before in our chat, though.
You probably have.
I feel like we have. No,
hey, we're changing the emote in the Discord. Changing it. We're chewing it to a piece of shit. That's it.
Hell yes.
I was
going to say, I recently made a least favorite characters list, like my 5 least favorite, and 2 of them were from Oregairu. Yukino being my least favorite character of all time, and Hachiman, while he's not my least favorite character ever, he's a pretty bad protagonist, I just think. I really want, that's what I hate about Oregairu so much, is I really want to like Hachiman, but for the fucking life of me, I cannot, man.
Yeah,
he is
it's understandable. He doesn't come off as the most likable character from the start, from the get-go. Yeah.
Even then, man, they just don't do shit with it. It's like, I don't know. Again, I've said it so many times on here. I don't even know. We'd just be talking in circles. But yeah, I mean, Yukino, though, I hope everybody can agree. She's hot as hell in the light novels, but she is boring as shit.
I will say that I have no idea why they changed the animation from season 1 to season 2. I really like the season 1 way more. I will say that.
Yeah, most people seem to prefer the season 2 and 3 designs, which I just don't get. They don't look good in there. They look like
they try to make them too cute,
too pretty. Yeah, they look too pretty to the point where they look ugly because it's just like they just don't look right. Like the first season, they look like light novel characters, which is what I fucking love.
Yeah,
they looked cool, unique.
Definitely.
And then you jump to that shit. Hachiman has a pointy ass face and he's lanky as hell. Yukino is just super skinny with a extremely skinny face too. Then Yui just looks like fucking Yui. So I don't know, man. It's that shows it just pains me because, like I said, I really tried my hardest to like it because I didn't go in with any expectations at all. So it's not like there was any letdowns or me expecting it to be bad at all. It was just I really wanted to like it. It seemed like a good concept, and then I just watched it more and more.
Yeah.
And like season 1, I was like, yeah, it's all right, I guess. Let's see what's go from there. And then season 2, just I literally had to take Excedrin while watching it because I took 2 days to watch episode 8.
I
It
will give you
painful.
I will give you props for making it that far, despite how much you hated it. So.
Oh yeah, and I still plan on watching season 3 just so I can shit on it even more.
Please don't, because I highly dislike season 3.
Well, that's an interesting take there.
Yeah, I am not a fan.
Tell, how's your day so far?
It's been pretty good. I've finally been watching anime. I mean, after I don't know how many podcasts that I've been saying that I haven't caught up on anything, I've actually started, and a 3-day weekend's coming up, and I hope to be completely caught up by the end of it.
This is what I like to hear instead of talking about a show that doesn't deserve to be talked about in the first place. But
Well, look, I thought he was gonna defend it more passionately, dude. But he's conceding. He's admitting it's bad. So I think we won here, Jake. I think we won
for one of the later questions I have, you'll be quite surprised with one of my answers about Oregairu.
With one of the later questions you said, or are you gonna be asking a question?
Yeah, I'm gonna be asking a question. I'll give you an answer. You might quite like the answer that I will give.
Well, we're gonna be using you for a lot of content this episode, but
yes, we are going
to
be
good.
abusing you right now.
Yep.
Oh man.
well, I think we've asked all our guests. I'm pretty well, except we've asked 2 of our guests what their favorite animes are. So I want to hear what your top 5s are.
My top
5 anime. I know Oregairu's in there.
Let me think. So my 1, Monogatari. You know, my username is pretty much inspired by Araragi. Number 2, which is something that I've recently been watching and basically obsessing over, is Tuaru. Absolutely magnificent show. Hopefully you don't mute me like you said you would on Twitter because I'm talking about it, but I just really like the show because of the world building. I really love, like, legit every single character in that show. They're super entertaining, super cool. It's just
just so you guys know, that's a certain magical index and a certain
yes
scientific railgun.
And I plan on reading all the books, and according to a lot of people, there are over 55 volumes. So I gotta get on that. Number 3, Kaguya-sama, Love is War. I think we all know how good that show is, how good the manga is. I am absolutely gassed for, what is it, the OVA or season 3 coming out this year?
I think we obviously hate Kaguya here.
Oh,
I think it's pretty fucking obvious, honestly.
It's pretty obvious, yeah. Your logo, it's pretty obvious. I don't know if when the OVA is coming out, when season 3 is coming out, but if they get to a certain arc in that manga, it could definitely move to my number 2.
Man.
Oh, yep.
I don't know if everyone's read it, but that
Jake hasn't. Me and Till have.
that is gonna be peak. Yep. If they give us 24 episodes, we get, oh my god, the bench scene.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, dude.
I would lose my shit.
I'm so pumped for that.
It's gonna be good.
Number 4, I don't talk about it a lot, but it's Mob Psycho 100. I absolutely love Reagan and Mob. Their dynamic, honestly, is top 3, probably, maybe top 2, especially after season 2 with the whole Reagan, I guess, arc. That was absolutely spectacular. Episode 7 was the highlight of the whole series for me. When Mob helps Reagan in that press conference, that was, I'm not gonna lie, I was crying. I was crying at the end of that episode.
I was too, man. Don't worry.
we had tears going out. All right, we got some tears. We respect that.
Yeah,
we're flowing a little bit.
And then number 5. I'm not done with the series yet, but it's Code Geass. Lelouch, incredible. Suzaku, I love how he foils Lelouch in the show. Supporting character is great as well. CC, Callan. Overall, I'm not done with the show yet. I heard season 2 has an insane ending. I'm not sure how anyone else feels about Code Geass here, but it's a very, very good show. And I'm sure
I have not
everyone's
seen
seen it.
Code Geass. I just know how it ends.
I'm the only one that's seen it. I haven't seen like the recent ones, like the movie, that kind of stuff, but I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that's seen it. So yeah, I know what you're talking about with the ending. What you're talking about.
I haven't seen it yet.
I think it's a top 20 show. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. Of course,
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil the fun, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a good, solid like top 20 show for me. I think, but the rest of it is it's too stacked right now.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't have a lot of anime under my belt, if I'm being honest, because I only started watching in last March, so a lot of ratings will be.
Yeah, Jake's only seen like 10 shows, so don't worry.
Oh.
You got more than him.
Yeah, most of them are just Dragon Ball.
Yeah, if you look at his analyst, he's stat padded like, not even joking, like 26 of those fucking entries with Dragon Ball. So.
Hey, you know what? I've seen every single one of them. I gotta put them on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I just hate the way analysts fucking sorts things. That I stat padded with Hamtaro because I seen all of Hamtaro when I was a kid, so I get to do that.
I need to see it again because Hamtaro was the shit. I remember seeing it so many times.
Hamtaro was fucking dope, man.
I
Surprised
had the
Hamtaro was
VHS
in your
of
top
it.
5.
I have
my
to
God,
see the
dude.
entire series. That's why.
No, back when Blockbuster was still a fucking thing. I mean, I was a kid when we did it. Of course, I was like 5 years old, but my mom would just take me every weekend to go rent a new Hamtaro VHS. Dude, it was fucking great. I remember just loving Hamtaro and singing along to it when I was a kid in Compton, mind you. This was the hood, and I was fucking watching Hamtaro.
Oh, I remember this.
Imagine little Ethan just freaking singing along with gunshots in the background at Hamtaro.
Yeah.
Like, it was a gated community, but it was still, I think, it was a mobile home in a gated community. But of course, right outside of it is gunshots and, people dying. 'Cause that's Compton, so. But I got to watch Hamtaro in peace. So that's all that matters.
Did you have an afro by then?
No, I didn't actually do afros until high school, so.
Ah, damn.
I thought you did it in middle school.
I had like mini fros, but
Yeah, that's what
I
I was
didn't do
thinking
my
about.
large ass fros.
I was remembering the mini ones.
Man.
All
right,
right, Adrian,
Adrian,
you can
come
go
on.
ahead and carry the
Yeah,
podcast.
keep
Yeah,
the
there you go.
questions going.
Bring in some topics.
So let's bring the
Come on,
questions
dude, you're the
going.
guest. You got to do the heavy work.
I gotta do the heavy work. All
Bring
right,
out a
all
question.
right. So, what shows have y'all seen that you initially had near the top of your list, but has slowly been falling down?
Cowboy Bebop. It used to be our number 1 show, and now it is no longer in my top 10. I don't know. I don't hate or like. I don't dislike Cowboy Bebop any more than like I used to. I just like every other thing I've seen more than it. I'd say like even though I saw Assassination Classroom after I saw Cowboy Bebop and I haven't watched the show since, I have it ranked higher than Cowboy Bebop, but that's just because every time I look back on Ass Class, it's just like I have such good memories. I love the show. I want to rewatch it so bad. And same thing with everything else. My whole top 5 is basically different from what it was 2 years ago. So everything kind of just cycled in and took everything else I had out of it. So Cowboy Bebop's definitely one of them. And even though Steins Gate wasn't necessarily a favorite of mine,
Steins Gate.
I did initially when I watched it, I was like, it was top 10. And now I'd be hard pressed to see if it was even my top 20. So yeah. I don't know. I every time I think about that show, I just like it less and less. I don't hate it, but I just don't really like it that much.
I dropped it.
No, I know Jake's gonna be hurt by that.
Dude,
a lot of your takes, what I've noticed on your analyst,
Yeah.
they're gonna mostly hurt Jake. So,
I'm gonna be honest.
be prepared
though.
for that.
With that Steins Gate thing, I was stupid when I was deciding to watch it. My job was not busy at the time, so I thought, let me download some episodes and just watch them at work. It did not work out at all, and I'm pretty sure that's what killed any enjoyment I would have had from the show. So I do plan on repicking it up. I've heard great things, so hopefully it makes the top 15, top 10 range. But
It's a slow show. So
Yeah.
You gotta see it. It's like a what you would call it, a Cowboy Bebop.
I don't know.
Where it doesn't get stuck going.
I've always disagreed with that. Like, there's only a small section from like 5 to 12 that I think it's even a little slow, but like people think it has a slow beginning. I'm like, it's one of the most fast-paced first episodes I've ever seen. So I don't understand that.
Yeah, first episode.
That first episode, and then literally everything even after that. I don't think it's like breakneck speed or anything, but I think it moves at a good pace up until, like I said, then once they go into, you know, the helping everybody with their problems. Yeah, and that's only like a 6-episode stretch, but I don't think that's not even a majority of the show. So again, I don't think that ever took my enjoyment out of it. I'll never understand when people say that Steins Gate is slow, because it's not slow.
When I was watching it, it was all right. I would say it's not fast or slow. I was getting. I'm pretty.
Well, yeah, it moves at a good pace.
I'm pretty sure I was getting to the exciting part. I don't know if Jake remembers, but I think I stopped around episode 9 or 10 when I just stopped watching it for whatever reason. But they were about to get into the time travel stuff, and for whatever reason, I forgot to keep watching, and it just ended up on my
episode 12.
Yeah.
12
is when it starts. Yeah, 12 through 25 is like regarded as like the greatest set of episodes. Which 23, yeah, I think it's up there. Episode 23. Everything else, sure, it's good, but yeah. I forgot what was the question.
The question was an anime that was like you had highly regarded, but as time went on, it's slowly moving down your list.
I gave 2 answers, so you guys can go ahead.
For me, I think it's got to be 7 Deadly Sins. Honestly, like when it is
that's
sad.
A shocker, actually. That's a big shocker.
It is sad.
I heard the first season was good.
I mean, it's still up there for me. It's still probably top 5, if it's including, you know, all the manga stuff, which, of course, I'm going to say it is. But, yeah, more shows that I've watched, the more stuff I've got into. It's just, I don't know, broaden my horizons. Because 7 Deadly Sins was close to one of the first animes that I watched.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I had it so highly regarded, because it is a great show, in my opinion. And because it was matched with being one of the first that I watched, I just threw it up there. But then you got some other bangers coming in. Made in Abyss, especially, that one shocked me and knocked it down the list a little bit. Kaguya-sama knocked it down the list. So more I watch, more I get into things. It just keeps knocking it down. But
yeah,
for me,
yeah, I mean, that's a shocker though. I mean, your name's literally Teliotis, so I mean,
yeah, no,
right?
Like I said, it's still probably I don't know. I'd have to think about my top 10, top 5 list, because it's been a while, but it would still be up probably number 5. So it's still up there, but it was number 1, so it's been knocked down pretty good.
I would say for me, Gurren Lagann used to be in my top 10, and I think I probably dropped it down to 19.
9 spots. Jeez.
Yeah, it was. I would, when I watched Gurren Lagann, it was probably in the later half of my anime career. So I had watched a good number of shows beforehand. Because
technically he can say that we are doing this as a technical job, so he's not wrong.
Yeah, true.
Well, this was during high school. This was I wouldn't say high school, the first year of college. That's when I watched it. So I watched it after Gintama, and Gintama's not going to move out of number 1 for a long time. I don't think so. So yeah, the more I think about it, it's a good show, but what Tell said, it's just I've watched so much more that's kind of broadened my horizon, and I have more of a way of critiquing shows more and what makes a good show good. And I think when I looked at Gurren Lagann, I just saw too many faults compared to the other shows that I've watched, such as Code Geass. I would think Code Geass is better than Gurren Lagann, and for me, so I can't really put it up any higher right now. which is sad because I really love the show. I thought it was gonna be good, but when I watch Neon Genesis Evangelion, I'm making sure it's gonna go top 50.
Doesn't Kazu hate that show?
I don't hate it, but I'm gonna say Gurren Lagann is much better than Eva. I had way more fun watching Eva. Gurren Lagann. Sorry, there's fun episodes of Eva, and the psychology's there. But again, I'm not like one of the people that is like it's the deepest show of all time. I just think there's psychology, there's themes, but it's all pretty surface level if you ask me. So
I still have to.
Gurren Lagann's better.
I still have to watch a lot of shows.
I still recommend everybody to watch Eva. Like, all the shows that I badmouth, excluding My Little Monster, please do not waste your fucking time watching that.
Oh, no. You watch My Little Monster. It's probably one of the best shows out there right now.
What do you mean? They have such...
Oh, wait. I do want to point out, Hadrian has My Little Monster ranked higher than Toradora.
Dude, what?
Would you like to know? Well, hold on, I'm going to tell you what his score for Toradora is. Would you like to know his score for Toradora?
No. I'm going to guess right now. I'm going to guess right now. It's a 3 out of 10.
Yeah, you guys can take guess.
It's a 3 out of 10.
All right. Oh, well, that's a good guess. Tell what's your guess?
Probably has a 4 out of 10.
He has it out of 5 out of 10, actually, but that's still fucking too low for Toradora.
Yeah, definitely.
Listen.
Let's hear your reason. Why is Toradora so low?
Why is it so low? Honestly, I think it's because I never really got attached to any of the characters. The closest person I would, I guess, be quote unquote attached to is Ami, because I loved her character. But I don't know, the show never really clicked with me. Yeah, it's cool. 5 out of 10 on my scale is not terrible. 5 out of 10 on my scale is okay. It wasn't a terrible show. It's not a bad show, but for me it's not a good show either. It was, in my opinion, I know you guys don't think this, but it was pretty predictable from the beginning.
Well, this show was named after the two fucking main characters. Yeah, it's predictable. I don't think that's a detractor.
I don't know. I just didn't enjoy it as much as I did with other romance series, and I think I had extremely high expectations going into it because when I was, I guess, new to anime, I was super into romance anime, slice of life anime. Probably because I was unhappy in, I'm not gonna get into that because she might watch this because she's weird, but I don't know. I was very. Hey, if you want me to get into it, I can. But
no, you don't get.
You don't have to. No, I'm just saying, yo. We have a girl watcher.
No.
You've made this joke so many times, Jake. We have an 8% female fan base. I think we have a pretty healthy size of them.
But
once we get to 10, we'll stop making the jokes. We're still at an unreasonably low.
So it's okay. If you guys know, I got a YouTube channel too. I got a 2% female viewership. So.
Oh, dude, that's fucking. that is high.
But yeah, I don't know.
Congratulations.
Maybe if I rewatch Toradora, I'll get more enjoyment out of it. But I think it was because of the expectations that I had going into it. Because a lot of people were saying it's the best romance series they've ever seen.
They weren't wrong.
I don't know.
Well, until Kaguya S3, I would say that.
Yeah, it was because I watched Toradora right after Kaguya, and I super enjoyed Kaguya, so I guess the bar was set extremely high and it didn't meet it. Maybe if I rewatch one day, which I doubt will happen, but maybe if I rewatch, I'll put the rating higher. And to be fair, the My Little Monster rating it's not updated. Okay. I haven't updated.
You better drop that to a fucking 1 out of 10. It doesn't even deserve a rating, honestly.
It's like a 3, because
no, 3 is generous.
Looking back at it, I'm starting to realize, why did I even watch this?
Yeah, go ahead.
So what I'm thinking, when you watch a romance, the first thing you want to know is that you want to know if you can get attached to the characters, right?
Yeah,
that's the first thing.
A lot of the time, yeah.
And then if the premise, I think you you value the characters more over the overarching story. Would I be wrong in my suggestion?
No, definitely not. Like for example, Tuaru, I rate it very highly because of one of the characters, Misaka. So yeah, you are not wrong.
Okay.
Well, actually, that can lead into a question, but I do want you haven't answered your own question.
Yes.
What anime have you fallen out of love with? So
It is Oregairu. It is it
it
went
dropped a place.
no, it went from top 3. And looking at my list, and at Oregairu as an overall series, I don't think it's even in my top 10.
Dude, fuck yes, boys. Now it should drop down to your bottom 10.
Yeah.
No.
So what we're hearing is that we're slowly converting you to our taste, so you know what good anime is now.
Dude, that means he's gonna have Eromanga Sensei top 1.
I still have to watch that.
You know what? It deserves to be top 1. What do you mean?
Have you said you're not gonna watch that?
I
Is
said
that what you
I still have to.
No.
I still have to.
Okay, well, you haven't seen the. Oh my god, get the fuck off the show right now and go watch it.
Why is he even on here? He has Toradora rated at a 5 out of 10, and he hasn't watched Eromanga Sensei. Like, what is going on here?
Well, to be fair,
you're-
you haven't either.
But yeah, I think as I watched more and more anime, it started going down. Like I watched Sakurasu. I don't know if any of you have seen that.
What show?
The Pet Girl of Sakurasu.
Oh yeah, I'm 9 episodes into that. I literally got to like episode 9 and
Yeah.
finished it and then stopped.
It's such
It's not that I dislike it. I just couldn't. I was in like a drought of anime, so I literally just couldn't watch anime. I was
Yeah.
forcing myself to watch Pet Girl. So I'll get back to it, but
I had that drought after finishing Monogatari. Oh my god, it was so bad. But I started watching more shows. I watched ReZero, which went above Oregairu. I watched
I knew
Madoka.
some good fucking food, dude.
Yeah, Madoka Magica. That is an absolutely incredible series, especially with the movie. Like I said, Mob Psycho 100. Yuru Camp is above it, I would say.
top 1, baby.
And then I don't know if you guys have seen this one, Dororo. With
No.
it's like a
No, I think I was like 2 episodes in, and I didn't want to watch it. Not that I like don't like it. It's just that I had too much on my plate, and I had to like drop a couple series.
Well, remember this was
So
2
that
years
was
ago.
fun.
Like, remember 2019 was like the prototype version of this year because there was a shit ton of seasonals, just not as many as now.
Yeah,
So,
but I was a full-time student, like barely getting any hours at work, so
yeah.
I was a busy guy, especially going into my first year.
well,
so.
Jake, I was a full-time student with full-time work, but I mean, it showed because I failed. But, I got through the shows.
Yeah.
You got
That's
to the
me
shows.
right now.
Yeah.
I'm struggling.
Yeah, what was it? Dippy Q's, dude. Ew.
Yeah, but looking at my
Yeah,
list,
well, I actually wanted to.
Diffie Q sucks.
Yeah, I
wanted
know,
to
I
continue
took
Yeah.
a debate from last week. Jake, remember when we were talking about like Torfine and debating like on character writing? It's an interesting thing that you brought up with what you value in characters. I want to know like how do you rate characters? Because me and Jake had a debate about this last week.
I wouldn't even call it a debate. It was just me and you just arguing. That's the same point. So we just nothing.
Well, it's
got
not this.
across.
It's not. It was
Yeah,
not the
y'all
same
just
point. It was
argued,
actually
and I
the
sat
opposite
there with
point.
my head in my hands.
It was definitely not the same point. It was
what
basically
was
the opposite.
What was your guys' points?
Okay, so I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Jake, but I'll tell you how I saw what you were saying. A character, you can have a character high ranked if like the best moments of them can far outshine like all of their flaws. Like they can have this one scene or like this one
so
thing about
Hachiman.
them that can put them on. Yeah, like with Hachiman, I guess, or like with Torfine. For me, I don't like Torfine. I don't like the beginning part of him, the first 26 episodes of his arc. But I know he becomes a better character, but I don't think it'd be fair for me to put him on my top because I got to look at the character as a whole. But I think with Jake, and I'm not saying this like a bad thing or anything, it's just that
It's a point. Yeah, it's a point.
yeah, it's just if there's really good moments, it shouldn't necessarily matter if like their flaws are minor or anything like that, or if there's a major flaw and a major good thing about them, the major good thing should take priority, I guess.
And with you,
That's the way I saw it.
You try to put the whole overarching character as a whole instead of rating it just maybe just 3/4 of the character instead of the 1/4 that's bad, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's how I rank Foss, that's how I rank Araragi, and it's because I like the characters from the beginning and they only got better. It's not like, and there's a difference between me thinking they're okay versus me thinking they're bad, which is where I think like the argument began, because I didn't think that Thorfinn was okay. I thought he was bad. So, how do you rank characters? Basically, how do you rate? What do you look for in characters?
First, when I rank characters, firstly I have to enjoy them. I think we can all agree on that. But if I were to take a side in your guys' argument, I think I'm definitely more of a guy who heavily values like their peaks a little more than like their overall character.
You're letting me down, man.
Yeah, no, shut up. Let him talk. Let him talk. Let him talk. All right.
Let the man speak.
Because like a big example is I don't know if you guys have seen Madoka, Akemi Homura.
I've seen Madoka.
Yeah, you've seen the movie, right? Like,
I have not seen Rebellion, but I know she goes off in there.
Like,
but before we get into that, I thought Homura was really good throughout the series, so I don't.
Yeah, I wasn't
agree
like
with that.
I wasn't like a huge fan of her, But then in Rebellion, like what she does, like vaulted her way up in my character rankings. The same thing can be said for someone like, I guess, Levi from Attack on Titan. I'm an anime only. Would you guys say like he gets a lot of development throughout the show, or is he like more of a static?
But he's been cool from the beginning, though. I know he's an asshole, but he's been awesome from the beginning. So.
He's a cool guy, but I don't really think like development wise he didn't really get that much.
He didn't. Yeah, he hasn't developed aside from Erwin's thing, but that's
like he's
kind of what I like about him.
He's highlighted by his his super like awesome like
he's super overpowered against Titans.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
And
he's a badass while doing it.
And he's one of my favorite characters too. But like
short kings, baby.
5'2" kings. But yeah, I would say that I value like highlights a bit more than their overall character. I'm not saying that the overall character isn't important, but the highlights definitely move some people above others for sure.
Okay, what about your top 3? I know Kaneki's your favorite character. Did you dislike him at the beginning, or did you think he was fine, or did you think he was good from the start and he only got better?
The reason that I like Kaneki so much is because he's a very like I guess human character, and like we see him make mistakes throughout the manga, which I'm not done reading. I'm currently on volume I think 6 of but he always makes these mistakes, and then we see him like grow, which yes, that's basically part of Kazu's argument. But I just love Kaneki, and then with the highlight moments, you guys watch the anime, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sadly.
Yeah, sadly.
Sadly,
but
I didn't finish part 2. But
I haven't either, man.
But like
they killed off the only good character in that whole series, and I gave up.
But it's like he has his highlight moments too, which is what vaults him to my number 1. So I guess I'm a blend of both, but
yeah, well, I think you can have the peaks that can raise them, but I'm just saying it's like, is there a character that you actively disliked, but then they did something good, or like the first half of the character you just hated, or like you just despise most of them, but then they do something like this really cool thing, and you're like, oh, okay, I kind of like them now, and then they slowly start getting better. Is there a character like that? Like said with Eren, I hated Eren. I'm sorry, I don't think he's a good protagonist up until he has his epiphany at the end of season 4.
Yeah.
Then I was like, oh, he's all right, and now I think he's a really good protagonist. But I don't think it'd be fair for me to put him in my top 5 unless, like I said, if he fucks his story on screen for 3 minutes, then yes, I'll be like, all right, he's my favorite. But for now, I don't see a way he can break into my top 5 because all of them are characters I loved from the very start. I said I loved Faust from the very beginning, Gintoki, Araragi, all of them. So and they all have high highs.
Then I would say to your answer, it is Accelerator from Tuaru, because I hated that man from his introduction in the Sisters arc. I know no one here has like watched it, but I despised him. But then there's like, I don't know if I should say it on the pod, but for people who might watch it, but there's a certain event that transforms his whole character from a villain into an anti-hero, which completely like changed my view on him. So yeah, Accelerator would be my answer.
Is he in your favorites?
He is my number
Is
10.
he like, oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Like, so there's multiple sides to the argument. Like I said, I will say, because I think Jake brought up Nobunobu, I will say I never said I hated Nobunobu or anything like that. I just thought he was okay. But he has one single moment that made him in my top 3. So I will agree that high moments like that can raise somebody like that high. Because he's my top 3 Gintama characters. It's like, and it's based off of one fucking moment, basically. And he had good moments throughout here and there, but it's like one moment that he did in the whole series that like recontextualize everything that he does, that I think like, yeah, that it can work in some instances like that, where there can be just one good moment that can override everything. But at the same time, like I said, I just think you have to look at everything as a whole. So it's like with anime, I love My Hero's episode 88, and it's like one of my favorite anime episodes ever, but I would never put My Hero in my top 10 because of that. So I look at things like that.
Yeah, that's respectable. That is definitely a valid argument.
Or same with Katsunogatari. I think episode 4 of Katsunogatari,
I still need to watch
fucking
that.
awesome. Yeah,
Have you even finished the show yet?
No, dude, it's been a year. I started it a year ago.
Aren't the episodes an hour long?
Yeah, well, I have a stupid thing in my head where I was like, it's an hour long, these are too long, and then I go watch Yudu Camp over and over. And then also I was like, these are an hour long, and then I went and saw all of ReZero's director's cut in like one sitting. So I mean, I don't know, man. My brain's weird like that. I'm weird like that. So I want to finish Katsunogatari, and it was also because you have to like pirate it, and because it's not on any streaming services. And at the time, I had a laptop, and I did not want to watch shit on my laptop. But now I have the means. Allegedly, sorry, yeah. I would never do that. I have the means to properly do that now, so I'll probably watch it.
Yeah, come on. I thought you guys
What'd you say,
were
Jake?
getting the Crunchyroll sponsorship.
Dude, I talk so much shit about them.
No, we're getting sponsored by PlayStation. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
By Sony?
When have we ever brought them up, dude?
Are you trying to say Sony?
No, I don't care about Sony. I know they made
own-
PlayStations, but we're getting sponsored
PlayStation
by
can.
PlayStation.
I think PlayStation can sponsor people on their own. They're like their own separate subsidiary of it.
Of Sony, yeah.
What does Tel think of that whole argument between...
Tel's
Yeah,
drunk.
I want to hear more of your perspective.
No,
I actually don't think
I'm
he
not
is.
drunk. I got too drunk last night. I ended up going on and nearly finishing a whole case of soda, and so no drinking today. But I tend to side more with Jake on that whole argument. Like
3-1.
I allow the highs to outweigh the lows in my mind and not have to, I don't know, I can let things go if they have a better moment later, for example.
What?
Yeah.
I just hear someone say fuck.
Did he just disappear? Like, what happened?
No,
I
I think someone in the background for Tel
Okay, yeah.
just yelled.
I thought Hadrian got pissed off and dropped something.
No. I'm chilling.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I get both sides of the debate. I won't call it an argument, I guess. I mean,
Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Yeah, there was bullshit happening in my room, so I had to kick him out.
But yeah, like I said, I get both perspectives, but it's less about me thinking like I think people were confusing it, because I even talk with some people about like how I rank shit and stuff like that. I think it gets confused with me like thinking that things are okay, and it's me thinking things are bad, like I said. And I think when they have a lot of glaring issues, like to me, like I said, Torfine has a lot of glaring issues, I'm gonna take that into account when I look at him as a character as a whole, even if his
I'm
whole
so
farmland
sorry.
rant
I'm
is
so
really good.
sorry.
What?
I hope you didn't hear those sirens.
Oh no, it's all good. What, somebody gets shot, dude?
Like, there have been fire trucks and police cars going across my street all day, so it'll probably get picked up in the recording.
That's all good, dude. Dude, Tails vaping into the mic, and Jake's like, I don't think Jake makes a lot of noise, actually. You're fine, Jake.
I just talk very low. That's the problem.
I just had someone yell "fuck" into the mic, so we're good. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Well, boys, I mean, I think that settles that. So, I mean, you guys got any other topics? Unless you want Hadrian to continue hard carrying us.
I have another.
I thought that was the whole point of this episode.
I got another question.
Yeah.
All right, Hadrian, drop another one on us.
Is there an anime you guys have watched that you've really enjoyed, but you just can't get back to for whatever reason? Because for me, it's ReZero this season. I don't know why, but I look at it and I do not feel like watching it, even though I know it's going to be super good.
Well, I already know Ethan's answer.
Yeah, well, that was me.
Yeah.
Huh? Oh, no. I mean, I only have like an episode left in IQ. I think that's a little different, like I said, and that's only because I think I mentioned I'm switching to binge watching that.
Yeah.
I think that's a slightly different scenario, but because, like I said, I got through 80-something episodes of Haikyuu. I think I'm already too far gone into it. For me, what I really liked watching, I mean, you brought up Tawadu. I liked Magical Index a lot, actually. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I just stopped watching, and I have no motivation to go back.
Yeah, it is very
because there's just so fucking many.
Yeah, it is very understandable.
Oh, and same with Psyche Kid. I got 12 episodes into that too, and I thought it was funny. I love my man. What's his face, Jake? The big stupid ass.
Oh no,
Nendo. My God. Yeah, he's my God. He's and the strongest man alive. The Gintoki ripoff. All of them. I love that show, but I do not feel like watching it at all.
I forgot that I even started that show.
Yeah, and I mean, mind you, I'm not too like sad about that because it's a comedy with like no real story. I can watch it whenever I want, so at least I'm not gonna feel like I'm missing out on anything because it's like if I want a good laugh, I can throw it on. But and then I guess the last one is well, Katsunogatari. Yeah, spent a year on Katsunogatari. I haven't watched it in like 8 months. So and again, it's like I've had like this whole last month. I keep looking at it on the Sail in the Sea sites, and I'm like, I can watch it, but I can go watch something else, and then I go watch something else. So, yeah.
I have like 4 or 5 shows that I'm like either halfway done or about to finish. Like, and they've been sitting there for like a good solid maybe like 2 years.
2 years. Oh man.
Like what was it, Golden Time? I remember watching that. I started that almost last year, and I'm on episode 13. I haven't watched it since April.
I heard the ending of that is terrible, so you might be doing yourself a service.
I mean, it's fine. It's like something I put on and I'll watch, and I'll like do something else, that kind of stuff. And with those types of shows, like I'll get to see it, but I'm not gonna put like my full attention to it, like with most of the shows. Like if March comes in like a line, I'm 6 episodes in. I have all the episodes downloaded on my phone, just in case there's like I go to some trip and I want to watch something. I can pop everything on there right there. But right now, I just don't have any motivation, and I was loving it actually. I was like, oh shit, it's kind of cool, and I haven't picked it up, and it's been like 5 months since I last seen it, so I might have to watch the whole thing again.
Yeah, everyone raves about that show with the people I talk about anime with, so I definitely have to watch that.
Well, I think it's one of the highest rated on Mal and Analyst.
Pretty sure it's number like 3 or 6.
Gintama's one of the highest rated.
Well, Gintama's number 2 actually, because it is.
Speaking of the ratings, have you guys seen what's like going on with the Attack on Titan versus Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood?
It's stupid.
It's so annoying.
It's petty. My thing is, both those shows do not deserve number 1. But especially Attack on Titan Season 4, it's not even fucking done yet, and I like the season, but it's not even top 5 seasonals right now, and it's
debatable.
It's not that good. I mean, I'm fine if somebody is in their top 5, but I think we can all agree it's not that good yet. It's like I would say Season 3 Part 2 is better than it.
That's also one of the shows that I cannot watch right now.
Yeah, it's number 2 on it right now. They're both They're both above Full Metal, and it's like, and I understand why Full Metal because Brotherhood is there. It's a very well-rounded show, and I can hardly find a flaw with it. It's not a personal favorite of mine, but I think it deserves to be that high because, like I said, I'd be hard pressed to find anything wrong with it. Solid start, middle, and end. Solid characters, solid fights. Just everything's fine.
Yeah.
So I think it's deserving of that, but it's a petty fight all around.
It is one of the stupidest things I've seen.
It's one of those things that they just want to put their show up there just because it's been up there for so long and they don't want to like let go of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally a child's battle.
We should put Yuru.
I think more importantly, Gintama season 4 is sitting at number 5. It should be at number 1. Season 4.
Goddamn right.
God,
well,
what
I mean,
stretch of
Gintama
episodes
is up
that?
there like what? It's in like 3 of the top 10s.
Yeah. What
It's-
stretch
and
of
it
episodes
deserves
is
it.
this? This is all the way up until Shogun or Farewell Shinsengumi. Yep. Definitely deserves to be number 1. Fuck that.
I still have to start that show.
Please do. I don't think you'll regret it.
You won't regret it, but
And I want to just advise you, it is a comedy. I hate
Yeah,
that
I
the
know,
narrative
I
is
know,
turned
I know.
into it being a battle shonen. Everybody goes into it expecting it to be a battle
Yeah.
shonen. I'm like, it's a fucking comedy. Even the serious arcs and the battle shonen arcs are comedy arcs. So please do not go in expecting anything else. It's gonna try to make you laugh first and foremost. Except Farewell Shinsengumi. Oh my god. And Shogun Assassination. That whole stretch, everything post 300, yes, you'll cry.
it was like, yeah, there's even stuff like in between. Like, I will agree, yeah, it's 80% comedy, like no doubt.
No.
majority
I
is
mean,
just
90% comedy because even then, like I said, the series arcs they are mostly comedy too. Until they get those episodes where it's just straight, just fucking. They're like, all right,
battle
we're
in
just
Yoshi's
no
Island?
bullshit. Yeah, I know. I'm saying there's episodes in those arcs that are like, all right, no bullshit. But then for the most of that arc, like I said, Shogun Assassination. You remember that's one of the saddest arcs in the series, and it starts out with dick jokes.
Yeah,
It
they're
spends the
literally
whole
dressed
first
up as
episode-
dildos. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
they spend the whole first episode dressed as dildos. Yeah, so and it's one of the saddest arcs in the series. So yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, but the serious arcs, they do get like serious, like actually serious, like Hunter level serious in the post 300s.
Oh yeah, dude, they're really sad. Like I said, I'm not gonna lie, I've cried at a few moments in Gintama. So, and oddly enough, like most things in my top 5, I've cried at except Monogatari. I've never cried at Monogatari.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things that are like worth crying at, like the Hachikuji thing, but it's like I don't know. I've never cried at it.
I'm not gonna lie, I was in tears from Bake episode 12 because I thought that
Oh,
was
that's just really heartwarming. I mean, I was really like smiling watching that because then now at that point, once I saw that episode, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep watching Mono.
That's my
Because I kept
favorite
debating
episode.
all of Bake. Now Hitagi N's final episode is still like top 2. That's
Oh,
hard to beat. That's hard to
jeez.
beat.
I was like Baki. I was thinking to like the grappler.
No,
I remember it being sad.
Okay, wait, sorry. What was the initial question again? Because we sidetracked with Gintama.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot what the initial question was.
It
Let me
was
try to
like
remember.
shows that you really enjoy,
But you can't get to
Oh,
watch
yeah,
it.
but you weren't able to come back to.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah. Well, tell
tell
me.
you
It's
not
you
being
the answer
drunk
now.
makes you remember stuff.
He's not drunk, man.
I'm not drunk. I
know,
know,
you
like
not
that's the
being
usual
drunk.
thing.
Oh.
You not.
Oh,
I
well.
said not.
No,
Well,
I
the
guess
whole
we're
reason
drunk
I
ones.
get drunk is to forget stuff. So yeah.
You
That's
want to
sad.
forget us?
No, you want to give your answer, Till? Before you forget that.
Yeah. Speaking of Gintama, that was one of my answers because it's a fantastic show. I've loved it all the way through, but all the way through where I'm at. But I just can't find the time to do it. And now we have all these fantastic seasonals, and I just can't find the time to sit down and watch it. I don't know. Lots of fun stuff going on, but that is my main answer. And following behind that would be my current reading of Berserk. I've read the first mega volume of the manga, and I have the next 2 sitting on my bookcase right over there, and I just have not touched them. They're not even out of their packaging yet. They're still wrapped up. But it's such a fantastic manga, and I left in a big cliffhanger right when shit's about to get real, even more real, I just haven't been able to find the time to go back and read that and sit down and read, because who wants to sit down and read right now when you got all these great shows?
Yeah, I guess I do want to add One Piece onto that. I love One Piece. I have not been motivated to continue.
Right now.
Oh yeah, I'm reading it, not watching it. I'm reading One Piece.
Oh, I've never heard you talk about it.
I mean, if you were a true podcast listener, you'd know this, Hadrian.
Listen.
Obviously, you're not. You're failing us.
Okay.
But yeah, Tell read One Piece with the sole goal just to catch up and beat me, and he did it within 2 weeks. He's disgusting, and maybe that killed my motivation. I don't think it really did, but I got to 256. My analyst is saying 253, but I think I read more than that. Got to Skypiea. I loved every arc I've read so far, and apparently I've loved them more than everybody else has, but just haven't continued, and I haven't really had the motivation to go back and read yet. But I really want to. I just can't, because there's so much to get through. So fucking much.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely worth it, though.
Oh, I know it's worth it. Like I said, Ennis Lobby and Marineford are going to be fantastic arcs.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, my plan to read is getting stacked up right
go
now.
ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly have just been ignoring all the seasonals and reading because I was watching Toaru, but my plan to read is also getting stacked up there. But I think that's usually what a lot of people do. So
I forgot. Did you say the show that you haven't gotten back to?
yeah, ReZero season 2, part
that's
2.
right. That's right.
I look at it and I'm like, it's gonna be great, and then I can't start it for whatever reason. There's that. Funnily enough, it's also Code Geass season 2. I'm on episode 7, and I've been on episode 7 for the past 2 months. I don't know why I'm not going back to it. I literally have no clue. I need to get back on that.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm looking at my manga, and I realize all of my manga that I'm reading fall into this category because I read a chunk of it and then I don't go back. I think, I'm 19 chapters behind in Rent a Girlfriend. Look at that.
Oh, save yourself the trouble, man. Oh my god.
Is it getting back? Dude, it was on a group. It was on a fucking group for a while.
It was good for the movie arc, and then after,
Has it gone back to shit? Yeah, that's.
I will say in the latest chapter, I really wanted to drop the manga, but someone comes back into the manga, which saved it.
Well, fucking mommy, obviously.
Yeah,
Mommy-chan.
Dude,
Yeah.
mommy has no lie. I'm not even shitting you. I think she's been missing from the manga for 70 chapters now.
Yeah.
Or, no. It's 175, and she just comes back. That is 90 chapters.
Yeah, I think she was last there in 80.
Dude, she hasn't shown up in all of hundreds. Yeah, she has not, because the movie arc started right after the hundreds, and even then they spent right before that with Minnie.
Yeah.
And even before that, they had an arc without mommy. So she has not been in there for ages.
I'm just happy
But
she's
it's a good
there.
manga.
Yeah, it's
The movie arc raised it from a 5 to a 7.5 for me. So
it raised it from a 5.
it was really good.
It raised it from a 5 to a 7, and then what's happening now dropped it back down to a 6. I hope it doesn't go back to a 5.
It might do the same for me. Again, I like harems and I like harem tropes, but they need to get rid of Ruka, man. She's pissing me off.
Yep, she is. She's a criminal.
She's bad. She's not a good character. Yeah, she legitimately, no lie, sexually assaulted Kazuyo. She legitimately is a criminal.
That sounds hot.
I mean, she's a hot character, yes, but it legitimately bugged me what she did. I was like, all right, dude. And even Kazuyo was like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? In my grandma's house? Are you kidding me?
Yo.
That's basically what happened. Yeah, dude. He's my MC though. My number 1. My fucking goat, along with Asta.
Stop.
Hell yeah.
Asta MC, dude.
Since we're on the.
Well, I actually. Oh, go ahead, sir.
Since we're on the topic of harems, do you guys have a top harem anime or manga?
I mean, we have asked this question before, but I always like to talk about harems, so Nisekoi for me. I know you dropped Nisekoi
I
because
hate that show.
you're a tasteless.
I hate that show.
Yeah, you just have no taste.
Can they just use the key, please?
They do it in the manga. The anime didn't get finished, just so you know. They use the key. If you'd like me to spoil it right now, 'cause I
Just
think it's
spoil
pretty
it,
fucking
because-
obvious.
Whoa! I'm trying to watch it soon. Like,
Okay, you should. All right. If you know what I mean by saying it's obvious, you should know who has the key. But who he ends up with is also obvious. So.
Okay. Well.
And I like both outcomes. So. But yes, it does happen in the manga. They just never finished adapting it because I don't know what happened. I think it was some like budget issue or something with it. That or they put all their focus on Amano, which I do not blame them.
Yeah.
So
I mean.
I don't know.
I do that
I
too.
mean, I acknowledge that Nisekoi's not that great, but I like it. It's really fun. I always had a smile on my face watching it, and Chitoge is just hot as hell. So
but
it's one of my favorites.
is she Miku though? Like,
I mean,
Nah.
too
Is
hard.
she Ichika though?
Yeah,
yo,
get the fuck
are you serious, dude? Like,
Oh,
you're
yeah, here we
not
go.
gonna. If you're, please run that by me one more time.
All right, let me get closer to my mic. Is
Yeah,
she
please.
Ichika though?
Yeah. You're not even gonna be allowed to play your podcast. We're scrapping this episode. We're gonna do it.
I want to say, I do
That-
want to say, the funniest thing about my Ichigo hate is I think she has some of the strongest moments in the series. I just do not like her. Like the
Yeah,
whole,
she's doing good. She's
the
right
whole
now.
set
Like, if you
thing.
go,
Yeah,
like,
I
in
know.
terms of writing,
I know, man. I
she's-
don't get it. I don't get it.
She's number 3 right now.
She's a
I don't
strong,
think she's never.
independent woman.
She's still below. Okay, Itsuki's the bottom, but she's still like right below. But I don't know. She has like that whole shed scene where she has like the whole heart to heart with Futodo, probably one of the best moments in season 1.
I love that.
She's had her whole thing in this last episode, or 2 episodes ago, I guess, with Futodo again, heart to heart again. A really strong moment. But you know, Miku's better, so hot. She's hot.
Miku's my number
She's hot.
two.
Dude, I'm telling you, she's hot. She's precious. She's the best girl. Like, there's no debate. There's literally no
She's
debate.
my number 2.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even get to be in the church.
Yeah, if you don't have
Not
Miku
even
number
in
1,
the
you better
same
get the fuck out.
land.
That is probably like the most heinous thing that would get on Jake. Yeah, is probably saying Miku is not that good.
No, she's good.
Like,
I
literally,
didn't
even
say
in
she's
his
not
last
good.
episode.
Oh, saying she's any lower than number 1 is saying she's not that good to him.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
the whole anime right is pretty much pointing towards Miku right now. That's really what
Yeah.
it's doing right now.
Hold on, Jake. I am on his analyst right now, and I can tell you everything he's dropped on his drop list.
Oh, let's go. Go through it,
just
go
because
through it.
I want to criminalize him. Well, I mean, just the ones that I know you've seen or we've seen here. Jake, I'm trying to remember if you've seen Durarara, but he dropped Durarara.
Oh, I'm picking that back
Uh,
up. I'm picking that
season, I
back up. Don't worry.
I haven't watched it. It's in my watch list, I think.
I did mention this to you on the bonus episode. He dropped Wotakoi.
Why would you drop Wotakoi?
The funny thing is that I dropped it on episode 8. I was almost done with the
Yeah,
series, but
deep into it.
it's one of those things where I was like, it's good, but then I forgot what show I started. It might have been Attack on Titan, like right before season 4. And I started that, and I completely forgot about that show.
Well, at least you like watch some of it, so you can go back and actually
yeah.
watch the rest of it.
If
So, see, I had the impression you dropped it after like 2 episodes. I was like, "Are you serious?"
No,
Like
no,
they're
no.
literally likable idiots,
like
and they work in an office.
the characters
like, what's
were
not
great.
to love?
They were great. I just literally just forgot and just moved it to my dropped. That's
This next one
So
bothers me.
what
I'm
you're
sorry.
saying is that you're going to finish it soon.
maybe
here.
not soon, but I would finish it if I had the urge to finish it. Yes.
If you don't want Jake
Yes.
outside your window like in 2 days, I suggest finishing it.
And I heard him raving about the OVAs, and I heard there's a new one coming out. So maybe I'll watch it before the new one comes out. So
March, baby. There's gonna be another OVA, and we get to see our.
did you like?
I don't know what to
Did you
say
like the main pair or the? I forgot their names. The red-haired and the green-haired girl.
The main pair. Something about what's her face, the pink hair. It's just it hits somewhere deep, right?
They're cute as hell, but honestly, I love the side couple, the best friends. I love them. They're awesome. So
Yeah. They both get like pretty good attention to both of them. It's not like kind of like one side.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course, like the main couple's the most screen time, but like the side couple, they get a lot of screen time too. So that's what I enjoy.
Yeah.
Too.
well, yeah, they're basically
It's not
main
just-
characters too. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorite episodes was that one episode where they go drinking with their other guy coworkers, and then the other two go on like a
the
date.
girlfriend.
Yeah, and they were just
she has a
talking.
boyfriend.
They were just talking shit, not knowing like they were dating, and that dude. that was really funny. Like I need to get back to the show.
Hirotaka?
Yeah,
it's a good show. Like it was one of those shows that like since you wouldn't understand because you have Toradora as a 5.
it's better than
but
Toradora.
it was like one of those things like you wanted to keep watching more after, and especially because you were into romances.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
No, I definitely have to get back to it.
Before we go on with what he's dropped, I do want to inform you that on his lowest ranks, Toradora is in the bottom 5 lowest rank shows he has.
Oh my god.
No, you gotta count my drop as part of the lowest ranks.
It's not rated. If you haven't finished the show, you can't rate it. That's how it goes.
I mean, I still ranked Assassin's Pride at 2, man. I think
That's different. That's different because they had a scene that literally destroyed the whole show.
Hey, that show looked pretty though. I will give them that.
It was beautiful, but it was a fucking nightmare to watch. So.
And let's have this big fight scene. Cut.
Okay, but continue on his jobs list. Have you seen Blind S? I know Jake hasn't.
I think I watched like the first episode of it and then dropped it.
Thank you.
See, this one bothers me. Dropped it? What? Come on. I love cute girls doing cute things genre. And this show is, I mean, I'm not going to go to bat for it because
it wasn't so much of like actual drop. It was just that I was like in a dry spell and was just like, oh, I think I've heard of this one. Throw it on. Didn't really pay attention to it. I was talking with other people pretty much the whole time throughout. So
that's what I like to
I mean,
hear.
it's a turn off your brain show. I mean, again, I'm not going to go too hard to bat on it. I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was cute. I thought it was fun. I hope he gets another season. But again, I don't know what's exactly bad about it because I don't know. I guess if you're just not into those kind of shows, you're not going to like it. If you're into these kind of shows like me, I think you will.
Kazu, you know I love those shows. Just look at my rewatching right now. I'm rewatching
New Game, aren't you?
New Game. I love that show.
Yep, I
Dude,
knew it.
I haven't finished season 2 yet.
Of
Dude,
what?
please, Jake. Dude, she sleeps in her underwear even more, and it's great.
Wait, a New Game?
I know, it's probably great.
Yo.
I like the show. I just
Yeah,
haven't
New Game
seen
Plus?
it. I haven't seen season 2
I'm
yet.
not gonna
don't
lie.
know.
I was crying at the end of New Game season 2.
Oh yeah, I mean, I get. You. I wasn't crying, but I did tear up a bit. I was like, that's really sad. So.
But yeah, you can keep going down my drop
Was it
list.
Hifumi? I think that was the girl. That was my favorite girl.
Yeah, with the one with big tits. Yeah, I agree. I agree there.
Yeah, she was the shy one.
No, that was Hifumi.
I haven't seen just. Yeah, that's what Jake.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Yeah, Hifumi. Okay, I was right.
I haven't seen Just Because, so we'll skip that. Monthly Girls Nizaki-kun, haven't seen that. He dropped Steins Gate, and he put a bunch of Z symbols to signify he was sleeping through it.
I've already learned that his tastes are equal to that of shit that I take in the morning, so I can't really. I don't need an opinion for trash. Let's just say that.
Next, we have Twin Star Exorcist. I don't know if any of us have seen it. I doubt it.
Twin Star?
And
No,
I heard the manga
he
is
put a
much
note
better.
calling it. He put a note calling it Twin Star Midsursus. Get it? That's a pretty good joke.
That's pretty funny. You know what? That's pretty funny.
Wandering Woods, The Journey of Elena. Dude, why do you put so many jokes next to these? What the hell?
I
My
love
mind
doing
was
that.
wandering when I was watching this. Yeah. I mean, I was gonna buy the manga because she's cute as hell, and I do that for series. If they're a really cute character, I will watch or read the series because of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't seen it, so I have no opinion. Nisakoi, you dropped it. Fuck you. This is a really good series. You're just hateful. It's a harem, and it is a harem to the nth degree, and has probably the origin of most harem or modern harem tropes. So I get that if you dislike harem tropes, but I just like Nisakoi because, like I said, it is as harem gets. There's no denying that. But I love Shaft's animation style. I love the characters, and I thought the MC was really good. So
It was a cool concept.
for
I'll give
for
him
for a
that.
harem protagonist.
It was a cool concept.
Then he dropped No Game No Life, and give it a
It's
3.5.
been so long since I've seen it. I can't
Honestly,
really say.
I tried watching that show 3 times, and I just could not for whatever reason.
See, here's where I'll give you leeway. I don't think the show is bad, but I think it is extremely overrated. I have it as a 7, and it is mostly like I was gonna drop it by episode 5 until they did like the chess match or whatever, and that's when I finally got interested.
Yeah.
But I was like so bored out of my mind at the beginning. I was like, what this is really what people are into? I was like, yeah, there's cute moments. Shiro, haha, she's the cutie moto. Then you got Soda, who's being the 3000 IQ guy. And then they did the chess match. I was like, all right, that's interesting. Which you didn't get to because you dropped at episode 3. But
I don't know. I just couldn't get into it.
I don't blame you with that. Like I said, I don't get offended if somebody says No Game No Life is bad because I don't have a strong opinion towards it. Have you seen it, Till?
Technically, yes, but I may or may not have been on the verge of blackout drunk when I did it, so I don't remember.
Okay, well, he's also dropped Psychono. I don't know if any of us have seen that.
I don't think a lot of people would like that one because everyone loves that show for whatever reason.
Oh, really? I was going to say, I've heard people widely pan it. It seems like an Oregairu situation where you either love or hate it.
I did not like it. I tried watching it twice. Couldn't do it.
Hold on, I'll continue down the list. Next, you had Sing Yesterday for me. Jake watched that.
That was a very frustrating show.
Wait, Sing Yesterday?
I hate that
Yesterday, show. Sing. It was a good show. I mean, it wasn't great. It was bad.
It started out so good.
I mean, I wouldn't say it was really enjoyable, but
it started out really.
It was enough to get me by from a season on.
All right. Well, Absolute Duo. Absolute garbage. I like that tag. Arikawa Under the Bridge. Haven't seen that. I know none of us have. I think you started this, Jake. Love Chunabuyo and
I
Other
hate
Illusions.
that show.
That was another friend.
Love Train.
Chunabuyo. The girl with
the Rika with the eye
patch. That's
patch.
another friend.
No, I haven't seen it.
I hate that show. I
other.
despise
I remember.
that show.
I remember seeing it, but I haven't watched it. I've seen stuff about it.
And then he dropped Momokuri. None of us have seen that. Asterisk War. None of us have seen that. Future Diary.
Fuck that show.
I have it as a 5, but I mean, I think you have to watch it as a rite of passage. Honestly, if you want to be.
Oh my god.
You really have to, man.
I
saw it when I was 14. I saw it when I was 14, man, and I remember even at the time I was like, "What is this garbage?"
My rite of passage. My rite of passage.
It's like
Sword Art.
It's like Sword Art. I would say that because it's 2 shows that you probably have to watch are Sword Art Online, Future Diary, and I think Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I think those
3
are
shows, Jake.
Sorry, my bad. 3 shows. I think those are the 3 shows that you have to see.
I refuse to watch Future Diary. That was an absolute
better, man.
mess.
It gets worse. Please, it gets worse. You got to keep watching. Remember, Jake? When
it gets worse.
It gets worse. Yeah, remember when deflected 8 million bullets with a knife because Yuki. God damn it! When Yuki just told her good job, that's all he said. Remember that?
That sounds horrible.
It was bad.
Or you remember how Yuki immediately had a character shift and turned into a fucking mass murderer out of nowhere?
What? So he turns
into
Yuno?
I remember that one.
Oh yeah, there's an episode where he just gives up on everything and apparently knows how to dual wield knives and fucking guns and everything and just starts murdering people.
I remember
and I'm
him.
Oh, okay, that was this easy for you.
I remember him as
he's
a straight
bitch.
pussy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean he has the thing. He has the Shinichi from Parasite Syndrome where they don't do. He's a pussy, but that becomes a Chad, but they don't do it in a good way. Like Shinichi was a bitch, but then he becomes a Chad naturally. Yuki, no, dude, he's just he's like, all right, time to kill, and then he kills people.
Oh man.
But good show. I mean, they bone, so it's a good show. I think.
True, it is. They do bone. That was the best part.
I think that's a sign of a good show. In Monogatari, they bone, so I mean that's a good show.
Do they bone?
Yeah.
It's pretty heavily implied that they bone.
Aragi walks her home gently.
It heavily implied. It doesn't mean they did bone.
Well, they're not going to show. I mean,
I'll walk Kazu home gently.
Come on,
Future
you have a
Diary
girlfriend
did,
that looks
and
like
you
Kitagi.
can't
You're
give
telling me
that a
you would
pass.
not. You were telling me you would not bone if your girlfriend looked like Kitagi.
Yeah, Hitagi asked him to walk her home gently. Come on.
Yeah, man, and Gintama especially. You know which 2 characters bone, Jake. That makes that a good series.
What the glasses and Shinpachi? They bone up.
No, oh, not that. Yeah. I'm talking about the punked arc.
Oh my.
Yes, sir. All the Gintama fans should know what I'm talking about. But we'll continue on down the list from the greatest anime of all time, Future Diary. Or, sorry, second greatest anime, because we're coming up close to the greatest anime ever. These next two he dropped don't really matter. Alar's Crusade of the Rise of a New World. I don't know what the fuck that is. Never even
I only watched it because it had Aqua and Chizuru's voice actor as the main girl, and she was kind of hot. So
I mean,
if you're gonna like that, what was it? Science tried to prove love, and we tested it. Something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Aqua's VA isn't on there. I'm 6 episodes in right now. I still haven't watched.
Science fell in love and I tried to prove it? What the fuck was that?
Whatever, dude. I'm not looking at my list right now. Like, it's something like that. It was like a seasonal a couple, like, last year, I think.
Then he dropped World Break Aria.
That is garbage.
Curse for a Holy Swordsman.
Don't watch it.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't think so, because your opinion is really bad. So maybe we should watch it.
Dude, he didn't even hold on. He didn't even leave a joke for this one. This one is serious. He says this is the worst harem I've ever seen, and honestly, the pink-haired girl made this the worst anime I've ever seen in general, which is now untrue because he gave the greatest anime of all time, Goat Arm, a 0.1 on Analyst. That was the greatest anime of all time. I'm disgusted that you would put it that low,
dude. I don't know how we got through 4 episodes of that. That was fucking terrible.
I don't know how we only got through 4 episodes, dude. We should have waited until the next episode drops.
Speaking of which, we're going to be watching episode 5 this weekend.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
and
sir.
episode 6, I do want you to know it comes out on Sundays, so we will hopefully get to episode 6 also. Because it's a fantastic anime. I mean, what other show do you know uses GIFs of explosions and flames instead of actual CG?
Yeah, what?
Because I think that's innovative.
Well, what other anime?
They're living in 20. What was it? The anime takes place in 2030. They're living in 2030 right now.
Honestly, man,
Yeah.
I think that's the fucking future of anime there.
Yeah, the future of anime, 3D next to 2D. Oh my god.
Oh, so disgusting.
So now we got through his heinous list. Before we get to the end of this, do you have any other questions, Hadrian, so you can continue hard carrying us?
Let me see. I did have a question pop into mind, but it literally just slipped my mind, so I will try to rethink it.
Slipped my mind. What filled the dead air, Jake? The slip arc of Gintama? Top notch.
Top notch, especially, yeah. The way that it's portrayed, and I mean, it's not heavily implied. They both know they did it, right? It's funny.
Oh, no. The slip arc, Jake, is the span of episodes in between Rakio and Silver Soul. What are you on about?
Oh, I thought you were talking about opening 10.
Oh, no. I'm not talking about Punked arc. But, well, I mean, Jake's not a true Gintama fan. He didn't know what I was talking about. Hadrian, you can bring up your question.
Sorry, my bad.
Since it sounds like you remember it.
What is... I don't know how much everyone's into this genre, but what is your... it's going off like the Blend-esque question. What is your favorite cute girls doing cute things anime, Kazu, aside from your account?
Oh, god damn it.
Udocamp.
Yeah, Tell is allowed to say Udocamp, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that one's no question there.
Mine is no question right now. I mean, it's just literally girls doing a music club. That's really it. And they just graduate high school. That's it. That's really the whole point of the show. And I love it.
So I might have a few because I love the genre and I don't know how far I can stretch it. But I'll say Sorayori.
Get a girlfriend.
Dude, I don't care. I'd rather watch cute girls doing cute things than have somebody to hold and embrace and tell me I'm good.
Is that a...
Hey, wait. What if you get a girlfriend that watches two girls doing cute things?
If she talks more than 2 sentences while we're watching it, I'm dumping her ass. So I need full attention.
What if she talks to you with a little something?
No. Yeah, Sorayori is a place further than the universe, if that's what you're going to ask.
Yeah, that was what I was going to ask. Yep.
Yeah, it is in my top 10, sitting at number 10, mind you, but it is my top 10.
Nice.
Love it. Just really great theme. Cute characters. This is probably cheating, but because it's not necessarily cute girls doing cute things, it's a comedy, but Nichijou. Just love Nichijou. One of my favorite comedies.
I heard that show's chaotic as hell.
Oh, dude, it's surreal comedy.
Yeah.
So, like, it's supposed to be surreal things happening in ordinary days. So it just makes mundane events, like literally ordering coffee, turns into the most intense mindfuckery like thing ever. I love it. But and then Gabriel Dropout. I love
yes,
Gabriel Dropout.
thank you.
When you were waiting for that, bring it brought up, huh?
Yes. Thank you.
Fucking Gabriel Tenma. She is my wife. I love her. And then Satanya, obviously the Reddit waifu because everybody loves her. She's adorable.
I love Vinay from the show, or Vinay. I don't know how to say her name.
Yeah, she's all right. Yeah, Vinay. Well, however you pronounce it, I've never really know how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
And let me see if I can keep going down because, like I said, I love the fucking genre.
Kazu, you forgetting Nanan Biori, man.
I haven't finished it. I mean, I felt like that was going to be like up there with Unicamp with how much I praised it the other day, so I didn't want to mention it. But yeah, I'll just say Nanan Biori. I mean, I haven't continued repeat, but with first season alone, dude, it's so fucking adorable.
Yep.
Like legit, I'm a grown man, but seeing people just be extremely fucking happy just makes me tear up. Like I said with Unicamp, almost every episode I've been tearing up at, and that's just because they're so happy to be alive, and I'm like, that's awesome. It's like they all just love being alive, and I'm like, this is a good thing to show. Same with Nanan Biori. Yeah. And my last cute girls doing cute things is Redo of a Healer because they're doing more than cute things in that show.
Oh, they're gonna be making cute things that say that.
Oh fuck
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You pretty much listed my stuff. I'm gonna add new game onto that. I absolutely.
That was the other one I should find. Yes.
I absolutely love that show. I would watch that show over and over and over again. I love Alba. I love Yagami. They're just great.
Need to rewatch, dude.
Everyone's great, honestly, from that show. And then there's even like Hifumi character development. Like, come on, it's perfect.
I want to make one last cheating plug, technically, because I feel like this would fit. School Live. I really want people to watch School Live. I love this show.
I have not even heard of it.
You've seen it? School Live. It's Gaku Gurashi. I don't want to say what it is at all because, like I said, I don't want to spoil what the twist of the show is.
Yeah, I remember reading that on Twitter or something.
Yeah, it's basically one of the biggest like fuck yous. And I want to read the manga because I want to have an excuse to put her in my favorite protagonist because my god, I really love the protagonist in here because I won't say anything, but like I said, just watch the show. Cute girls doing cute things technically fits in this genre. So
you said School
because they are cute girls.
Say School Days.
School Days? Oh no, I watched believe it or not, I've watched a full. I was obsessed with School Days when I was like in middle school. I watched YouTubers play all the way through the VN, including all the bad endings and every single scene. And yeah, so it's not very good. It's not good.
It's good stuff. I know.
And I was so into it. I was so into it. I even watched the sequel because there's a sequel where they're in the summertime. It's different characters. I think it's cousins of the main characters. And it gets even weirder, man.
Oh no, cousins? Oh hell no.
They're cousins, or they're loosely related to the characters from the first.
Hell yeah, sweet home Alabama.
Oh hell, I mean that happens in regular School Days, Jake. Yeah, you obviously don't know what your right. One of them's his cousin. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. That whole series is weird. But School Days, greatest anime of all time. I think we can agree on that before we get into our final segment. Yes, sir. So with that said,
also gonna plug in Aramanga Sensei, cute girls doing cute things.
Oh yeah. That technically does count.
No.
Especially that episode 12. That's cute things. I want
to throw in Made in Abyss episode 13. Cute girls doing cute things.
Episode 11.
You might as well throw in Arima there then too.
Well, I have not seen that. I should see that though because we're big Arrow manga fans here. We can probably throw in Oraimo. Along with it, that's basically Arrow manga's.
Might as well put Oregairu because that's straight trash.
All right.
Honestly. But yeah, I mean, with all that said, so we can jump into our final segment. As usual, what have we been watching / reading recently, boys?
I've been watching 16 seasonals. I am dead. I've also been reading a Silent Voice on my chapter 4, so that's what I've been doing. I caught up on Vinland.
Didn't you say you got through 3 volumes of A Silent Voice?
No.
You said that on a bonus, dude.
Did I?
Yeah, you said 3 volumes.
What I meant to say was chapters. My bad. Right. My bad. but yeah, getting caught up that. I'm probably gonna finish it probably like next Wednesday or the next episode. I'll bring myself to it. That's what I'll do. I'll finish it.
Should finish the X-Arm manga.
I actually want to read that because it's a good premise, but the show is just fucking stupid. Because I feel so bad for the mangaka. Like, imagine just watching your baby just be butchered like that. It's like quite literally like your wife just delivered a child and then they pull out a revolver and shoot it right in front of you. That's exactly how I imagine he feels.
I feel so bad.
But what about you,
this
Joe?
could be like advertisement in disguise. Like, it's so bad, you want to read it.
True.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That might be it.
Yeah.
Well, Tell, what have you been watching or reading? Because I know you just got back into your kick of it.
Yeah, just now kind of getting back into things. Right before the pod started, I caught all the way up on Black Clover, Goat Clover. Asta's my boy. And so is Yumi, apparently. Is it Yumi? I forget.
Yami?
Yami, yeah, Yami. Holy shit, that was amazing. But what?
Dansho. I mean, Yami's like second best character in that game. And Goat Clover.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, the last episode, the newest episode, what he did was awesome.
Ooh, yeah. And it gets even. Apparently, there's more in the next episode.
Honestly, I don't even know if I should watch that show now.
It's so far into it, I would not recommend it.
Yeah, it's one of those shows that, I mean, it's only going to be 170 right now if you start.
It was actually one of
by the time you get over. But I don't know if you have or you started late, but I started watching right when it came out. So I've been through the ups and downs when Asta was just yelling out of his lungs.
It was actually one of the anime that I was debating on starting watching anime with. So
good job. You would have.
I started with Death Note, so
Fair.
Still haven't seen it.
Yeah, I started it like when it was 20 to 30 episodes in, I think, so pretty early on, but not right at the beginning. But anyway, I also watched the first episode of Cells at Work, Code Black. I have the manga for that, and I'm excited to see how they do in it. And so far, just with that first episode, it was pretty good. I mean, the first chapter, this first episode, isn't really exciting. It gets way better, so it's hard to judge on, but I'm excited for it. And then I watched 3 episodes of Attack on Titan Season 4, and shit's going down, and I need to watch more of it, but I'm watching it with a couple of friends here, so all of our schedules have to line up. So it might take a while, but I'm excited for it. And that's it.
Oh god, I got a burp. Well, for me, I mentioned on the bonus, but
cares.
Yeah, you're right. Nobody cares. I mean, look, based on our stats here, they're all gone by now. But
True.
But with me, I mentioned on the bonus that I started watching a shit ton of shows, and I'm like caught up in everything now. But I want to mention it here too. I'm watching 16 seasonals as well with Jake.
You guys are crazy.
I think we're watching mostly the same things. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's a great time to be an anime fan. Plus, basically all the sequel seasons are things we were watching already, so we kind of have to. But,
it was one of those things like half of my shows are. Oh, I think more than half are seasonals.
I think more than half of these are sequels.
So it's kind of like I was obligated to have to watch it, right? So we got ReZero, we got Beastars, we got Quintessential Quintuplets, Dr. Stone, AOT. Like,
Promised Neverland.
I don't know if there's any more.
I still have to watch Dr. Stone Season 1.
But yeah, for me, I caught up on Jujutsu Kaisen. Like I said, I watched 7 episodes of it. Loved it. It's so much fun. He turned that nigga into a convertible. Episode 11. Rest in peace, my boy. Udicamp's been fucking great as usual. I didn't get to watch today's episode. I was too busy adding fans to my PC, but I will get to that soon, hopefully. And ReZero. These last few episodes have been so good because I was like you, Hadrian. I did not have any motivation to watch the last 3 episodes of ReZero, but I finally forced myself to sit down and watch it. And after I got through those, I moved ReZero into my top 5, moving out Haikyuu. It hurt, but it's my top 5 now.
With that, did you was Season 2 Part 2? Is it better than Part 1? as of now?
As of right now.
It's so hard to say. Season 2, Part 2? Do you mean season... Oh, if you mean... I thought you were saying like Season 2, Part 1 is better than Season 1. No. Season 2, Part 2 is not better than Season 2, Part 1 yet, in my opinion. I don't know why people are freaking out about the whole like Emilia and Subaru thing, saying it's the best episode in the series. It is not even fucking close, because Season 2, Episode 4 exists, was Subaru and his parents.
Yep.
And Season 2, I think Episode 8 or 9 exists, was Subaru talking to Satella.
Yep.
And him... accepting like who he is, and because he meets Satella in that. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
And she tells him to love himself. That's fucking up there. When Subaru talks to Ekidona and she understands that he can return by death, that's better than that Emilia and Subaru episode.
Yeah.
So it's like there's too many high peaks. But I will say these last stretches of the Emilia episodes, I was not looking forward to it because I don't dislike Emilia. I just don't really I didn't really care to see her backstory. I hate myself for thinking that because her backstory is awesome. Like, it's fucking awesome. Yeah. And it made Betelgeuse top 2 character in Re:Zero for me. So,
no way.
Yeah, dude, I always liked Betelgeuse as a antagonist, but with these last few episodes, it completely recontextualized all of his actions, and now you completely understand where he's coming from, and you're like, well, I feel really fucking bad for this guy.
I guess I gotta get on that.
Yeah, you need to get on it, dude. I said it's basically been an Emilia season, but I mean, that's fine. Even though I love Subaru to death because he's top 4 protagonist for me, but it's been a good season.
Yeah. What I'm watching, Tuaru, of course.
Have you not finished that?
I'm on Index 3.
I don't know how many indexes and fucking burgerplexes there are.
There's only one index finger.
That's facts.
There are 3 railgun seasons, 3 index season, and an accelerator season. It's pretty hefty. But I'm on the final stretch. Honestly, that's literally all I've been watching. I've been reading a lot more. Tokyo Ghoul Re, absolutely phenomenal. If it keeps going the way it's going, Kaneki is going to be untouchable, #1. So.
Not until you see Gintama,
and not until you read Hoseki no Kuni.
I have to read that, but my manga shop literally has volumes 2 through 7, but not 1.
So then just watch the anime and then continue on, honestly. Even though I recommend to read from the beginning.
Yeah.
But I need you to read fucking Hoseki no Kuni. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, I've been reading that. I've been reading 3 Days of Happiness. It's a light novel. Super good. It's basically like, how much do you value your life? It's really crazy. I would recommend it. And Classroom of the Elite, which I don't know if you guys will give it a shot. I know Kazu won't give it a shot because all the Oregairu fans love that show.
Yeah.
Well, we have it in our Crunchyroll queue for like probably the longest time.
Yeah.
So it's been there.
They absolutely.
We've seen it.
The anime absolutely butchers it, the light novel. So, I would recommend reading it. But if you watch it, it's pretty good too.
Watch Fruits of Gaisha.
Which one?
Well, Fruits Kasaya, you mean?
Oh, yeah. I would recommend that
Kasaya.
one a lot. It's really good.
Well, speaking of things we'd recommend, I'd recommend that you guys head on over to patreon.com/askcast and become patrons. So you can be like you can be like our wonderful patrons here. As we mentioned, every episode we'll be acknowledging the people that become patrons, and you get to hear names shouted out. It really helps support us. If you just drop a couple of dollars. Also, I mean, again, the best way to support us is always by listening, but there is some generous donors out there like Zero Tuesday, outdated, and this guy named Hadrian.
Damn, who is that? I don't know who that is.
He's our half Patreon right now.
But yeah, huge thanks to them. Thank you guys. Again, we'll say you guys' name every episode for as long as you guys are patrons. And of course, if more people decide to become patrons, you can join through the link below or go to patreon.com/askcast. We are also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and Google Podcasts, all at Anime Safe Space. If you want to see our beautiful faces and Hadrian's as well, because I believe he's recording himself.
Yes,
he better be. Butt naked. You can see us all on webcam on youtube.com at Anime Safe Space. You can head on over there. It's a different experience compared to the Spotify experience, so I would suggest if you guys want a video format of it, go ahead and watch that. We're on Twitter at Anime Safe Space as well. Drop us a follow. Feel free to tweet at us or DM us any questions you might have or suggestions, or if you just want to shoot the shit with us. I'm always active, always down to talk with you guys. Jake can tell, slacking. I know Jake's been a little more active now. I'm a little
He
surprised.
tweeted at me today.
Hey, I'm getting addicted to the fucking waifu slave trade we got going on in the Discord, so I've started becoming a lot more active on Discord at least.
Yeah, and speaking of the Discord, again, our Discord link will always be down in the description. You're all welcome to join. And also, if you become a patron through Patreon, you'll get a special rank in the Discord that allows you to look at the special boys chat. You get to, if we do ever do special events in the Discord, you guys will always obviously be welcome to join with that. And yeah, the Discord is at Anime Safe Space. Again, link down in the description. And I think the shilling section is over, right, boys? Oh, and Hadrian, sorry, you can go ahead and plug your shit. I should have let you plug beforehand, but you know what? You carry the podcast. You let us take all the credit.
Yeah, of course. Y'all can follow me on Twitter at Araragi. There's a W after the second Ra. And make sure you guys watch X-Arm. That is all.
Yes, sir. All right, Jake.
Be sure to watch it with us this Saturday at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Yeah, and make sure you become a patron, so you can hear me get slandered the first 10 minutes of the bonus episode.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think the proper way to end this episode out, Jake, is for you to do an a cappella cover of our intro. So please go ahead and do that.
All right.
All right, I can stop all my recordings. Cool.